Just finished installing these decals overlays on my truck. They look pretty good. I like the product. The installation was pretty hard though, so I decided to make a video to help you guys out. This position here, I think that's the best position to put the decals on. Jack the truck up, spin the wheel, put everyone on in that position. Let gravity work with you. So first thing I want to point out is the little nubs on the tires. You can see one right there. This wrap for these wheels does overlap, and it overlaps on both sides, so those nubs do get in the way. So the ones that are right on the tire, that one there is pretty good, but some of the ones like that are right there. The wrap will get laid on top of that and most likely could pull up from it, so we want to snip them off. So what I have here is some old pinstripe tape, and you can see the thicker side over here. I believe that's like 3/16 or so. That's the distance you need of the overlap for right here between the brushed and the paint. Your vinyl is gonna overlap this right around that 3/16, give or take. And I'm gonna show you the way I figured how to put these on the cleanest way. Every one of them, I'm gonna lay this out with that tape, and then I couldn't find my black, well, I got the black electrical tape here. I couldn't find my blue painter's tape, so we're gonna use the black electrical tape. And you'll see that as I go through the process, but that you don't need the 3/16 pinstriping tape here. You just need to put a piece of tape on here or something to line this up perfectly straight. That overlap is necessary because when you get to here, you come out a little bit. So you overlap here 3/16 or so. You want to make sure you do that because when you get to here, you don't want this to be too far out. So that 3/16 will put everything right where it belongs. Let me show you up here a little better here. So that 3/16 here will make sure that this part here on the top lays perfectly straight or square or within your overlap on both sides. So here's my pinstripe tape. I'm sorry for the black on black, but I think you get the idea. The black pinstripe tape's just there to give you something to reference for that distance. You don't need it. If you can eyeball it, you're fine. So basically, after I lay that pinstripe tape on there, straighten it up with this brushed edge right here. I wish I had a better picture for you guys, but you get the idea of the black pinstripe tape there. You can kind of see it. You see the edge of the clear tape over. And then I'm going to take this black electrical tape and I'm going to lay this on top of that. Okay, so I used the pinstripe tape to get my distance, that 3/16 or so distance between the brushed and the paint. Then I laid the black electrical tape. Again, I would like to use the painter's tape. I couldn't find it, didn't feel like wasting time. Now I peel off the 3/16 pinstripe tape there, and that's going to give me my distance. And again, if you can eyeball this, 3/16 or so, you don't need the pinstripe tape. Just grab some tape, blue painter's tape, whatever tape you got. Give yourself a nice straight edge there that goes about 3/16 over for that wrap to start there and then come down and continue on from there. All right, so I left the white paper on there to show you how these corners for the contrast. You see your brushed underneath and you see the black overlay that's going on there. You want to line up your rounded off corners with the corners on the brushed. That's going to keep you side to side square. So you line those up. After you take the white paper off, I'll show you that step next, but you line those you line up the rounded corners to the rounded corners, and then you're going to move it to that 3/16 mark and line it up with this right here, whatever tape you put on there. So you line up the corners, square it up with each corner, and then just slide it up from there and lay it down. So the basic idea here, guys, is I just take a little bit of the white paper off, come back out so you see just the top of it. Sorry I'm doing this with one hand, and I don't have my tripod either. So I'm going to line these corners up right here. Rounded corners, a little windy today too. Don't do it in the wind. And one other things I really want to point out is not doing it on the ground like this. If you have a lift jacket up, put it on jacks, spin the tire around so you're in this position for everyone. That's the best way to do it. Don't try and do all 6 with the tire on the ground and go around like this. You'll never be able to see the tape and stuff like that on the ground, and it's just going to be real hard to do. This is not an easy job, especially for guys that haven't worked with vinyl before. So basically, guys, like I said, I line the corners up for the side to side right here, and then I slide this up right on that tape, and then I stick it down right at the edge of that electrical tape you see there, giving me my overlap and giving me my side to side that I'm looking for.
Just hold it.
It's recording. Yeah. So basically, I'm trying to explain that you line up your rounded corners with your brushed, then you slide it up, keep it square right there to your electrical tape. That gives you that 3/16 overlap right there, and that should keep you side to side right where you want it. All right, you can stop it from there.
Okay, recording.
So just be careful, guys, when you're pulling your backing paper off that you don't stretch anything out. Be very careful, delicate with it, and make sure that it doesn't touch each other on the back here. What I like to do is take it and just kind of move it out of the way. Okay. So basically, okay, stop that. Okay, so after I have it there. So when you're doing this part, as long as you're looking down and you can see that everything is straight, you should be good. Okay, this looks pretty good up here. This should fall right into place. Got a little air bubble in there. I could take those out later too, but usually I come back up. But as long as you come down both sides, squared with your corners, you're moved back 3/16, you come down with your vinyl, and basically everything should fall into place. And this is where I'm talking about that 3/16. If you don't give yourself the 3/16 right there, this here is going to be way down here, and there's no way to fix that except taking it off again and doing it over and over and over again. So that's basically the best way that I found to do this, so everything falls right into place. You'll have a little bit of adjusting here and there down here, but everything looking pretty good on this one. I have a few little adjustments right there, but you can see everything here is kind of lining up really good. And I'll just work that corner by moving that out a little bit. But you can see, guys, start there at 3/16, you come straight down, making sure you're straight here and here. If anything, this looks like it's off, you're gonna have to start over and make sure this is square again. But 3/16 or a little more, boom, straight down, everything's gonna fall into place. That's the best way I found how to do this. Okay, so this is the first one finished. Might have to put some stuff down. Some of the corners like this, you're gonna have to be aware of before you start pushing it down. You can see the corners with that 3/16 over. I'm not going to tell you to give it a little slice in there, but I did try that on one of the other ones. Got a couple air bubbles and things, but this one here actually came out pretty good. And like I said, I'm just finishing up. I just got to go over it. Trying to show you how this thing, basically it overlaps, which is nice. That way you don't have to try and line it up perfectly with that brushed part, but you do have an overlap on all sides, basically leaving you sometimes with a few things that need a little more attention. But basically, guys, that's it. Like the other guys have said, it's not the product. The product's pretty clean, looks pretty good actually. The installation though, if you're not experienced with this stuff, is pretty hard. I'm not really experienced with this kind of stuff, but I did find out a way of helping you guys out, I hope, with that overlap, with that 3/16 or so up there. So good luck with it, guys. Put a little clip in here to show you that even though that looks pretty straight, with my 3/16 overlap, when you put it down, if it's not straight, you can see right off the bat here, boom, I'm going off. And that's what happens. Really important to get this straight, guys. Now, I'll admit, I didn't put the pinstriping tape down here. I just eyeballed it, and I can see that this is a shorter side. I'm a little bit off there, which is going to let this thing run that direction. There's another deal here when sometimes when you line it up perfectly with the 3/16 and it comes off the paper and it falls out of your hand and it lays down, and you just push it real lightly. That's what you really want. Everything just to fall perfectly in place. That's the ideal situation right there, guys, when you have it just fall into place. Everything's straight, 3/16 overlap, and I'll just finish these sides here. That one fell out of my hand actually and just stuck by itself almost. Perfect in these corners right here. Little air bubble, but yeah, that's what you really want.